Hi friends, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So happy February. I am here with my first video for februllage. Februllage is organized on Instagram via the Instagram account februllage, and they have a 2023 prompt list in multiple languages. I've downloaded the English one, and so I'm going to get started today with the first of the prompts. I don't know if I'm going to do every single day on this one. I may kind of pick and choose or do recaps. I'm not sure, but I know that I cannot commit to like a daily video, but I am going to give my my best try here at what I can do. So let's check off that we are doing the 1st of February. So fish. Okay, so I'm currently working on a journal that is a little bit about like, I don't know, like a bit of discovery and just maybe a little, a dark academy and a little futurism and a few other things. So I found this scrap of, this is like steampunk fish, and I completely forget who the Etsy creator is, and that's really bad. And I don't want to guess. I have like a name in my head, but I don't want to guess. So my apologies on that one. I can't share that with you. But if you look up steampunk fish fussy cut on Etsy, I'm pretty sure you're going to find exactly this kit, because there's not a whole lot of things just like this. I want to say it's It Capilli Imaginarium, but I could be wrong, but she has very similar stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to say that and know that it's potentially wrong. So anyways, I want to use one of these fish, and I'm really thinking I want to go with either this one or this one. And I also want to use this paper doll, which is from Miles Beyond the Moon. So I feel like I like the one a lot that has this little helmet here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut him out. I'm also going to be using this video as another, this will be my day 2 of 100 days of collage in 2023. So I've kind of decided that I want to take part in 100 days of collage, which is another organized kind of challenge that is on it's on Instagram, but it's also being hosted by like a couple of different people. I know that Froyle from Froyle Art on YouTube, she is doing her own take on it, which she also did last year, which was a really informative series, a really fun series to watch. So if you're looking for someone to kind of give you a little more guidance on 100 days of collage, she is the perfect kind of person for that. Me, I'm kind of winging it a little bit here. I have I've sort of put a couple ideas in mind that I want to make tags, and I want to use snippets from books. But today I'm sort of breaking my own rule a bit, because I want to use today as a way to like make ephemera for my current journal. So what I want to do is take a piece of, this is a digital that I kind of accidentally misprinted. The page itself is fine, except that I accidentally printed on both sides, and I only wanted to print on one side. So I think I want to go ahead and I want to use this because it's a beautiful digital from Miles Beyond the Moon again. I'm making a journal with one of her kits right now, and I think that this will actually go quite beautifully, because I can actually use this back as the nice back of my tag. So let me just check in my journal. This is the journal that I'm working in right now, and where I need to put something is in here. I'm trying to remember. What am I trying to fill a pocket? Oh yes, I remember now. Hold on, it's back here. We have a little tuck spot with a clock, and I think it's in this signature. Oh my goodness. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. I've been kind of hopping around in this book today, so yes, it's hey, we have another fish here. Be funny if it's for this signature. And oh goodness, I'm lost in my journal here. I think I was working in this signature. I just need to go a little slower. Yes, it's right here, this clock. So I want to have something to go in this tuck spot. So let me just put this back here, like so. Then I want to check the size of that piece of paper and how it will fit in here. How will that go? Okay, so I think it needs to either be a little shorter or, let me just see, will he fit on there? Yes, he will. Okay, so, yep, that will go and that will go. I just need to make this a little bit shorter so it's not completely poking out of my journal. And they will fit just fine. All right, let's move this signature out of the way. Put it all back together for now. Actually, why don't I grab my little signature holder here, which is just a napkin holder. I usually keep my current signature I'm working on in there because it makes my life slightly easier. Okay, so we'll set that off to the side. And I know I need to bring this down about this much, which is okay. So I think what I want to depict here is kind of like, this is the great catch of this child here. So I'm going to get a few things. I've got this fun like sprayed paper. I want to use a little bit of that. And then I want some grungy book spine. And then I'm thinking I may also just go on over to the sewing machine and do a little stitching somewhere to create kind of like a fishing line that will go from the hand of this person to the fish itself once we get it all kind of stuck down. I also have this bit of leather that could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll see if I can add that. Much to the chagrin of my sewing machine, who is not going to love having to sew leather, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I want to tear a little of this paper and just kind of add some snips here and there of different things to make this a little more rustic. Okay, this is going to be probably quite a simple collage because I've got such a large couple of focal points here. So I think I'll start by maybe doing a bit of inking because we need to just tone these whites down a little. So I'm glad to have another prompt list for guidance this month for when I want to use it. I have a lot of ideas for this month, but it's really nice to be taking part in februllage. I need to remember to photograph my work and put it on Instagram. I sometimes forget to post much on Instagram. I post sort of pictures of my journals there, but I don't put everything there, and I'm trying to get better at it. But between updates in Etsy and Patreon, there's just a lot to do, so that's okay. I will figure it out, right? Okay, and then let's also ink the edge of this maybe a little. Just so we see how it all kind of comes together. All right. And let me grab my glue stick and we'll start gluing down the little bits that go in the background first. Just because I feel like I kind of know where I want them to be. So let me know if you're also doing februllage. I'm curious if people who are coming off of doing, you know, December and then Junk Journal January, are you continuing to follow along with prompt lists? Are you making or are you just watching the videos? Do you like watching prompt list type videos? Do you like making that way? I am curious about what other people are feeling. I can currently hear my son. He is saying hi to me through the vent that connects the upstairs kitchen my studio down here. Sometimes he goes right up to the vent and goes, hi. I just heard him say hi. Just giving this a little press to make sure it's down well. Okay. Just looking at this book page, John and Elspeth. I love the name Elspeth. It's so wonderful. It's not a name that I hear very often these days. I used to talk to someone whose name was Elspeth, like long ago, on a website that no longer exists, but I do think about her often because I think of her lovely name. Okay, so there we go. I'm wondering if I can find some kind of cool, like, bit of writing that's just in this book, because that's kind of part of my challenge to myself. Is like I was going by, maybe I would try to like create work based on snippets from books, but this is kind of going in reverse. It's looking for a snippet after we've made the thing, and I like this: impartial observer I am, unduly optimistic. So let's use those. And let's find a little, like a little something, maybe another little snippet of this. And we'll attach those words to it to kind of give them a little bit of a pop. I like to do that so that they don't get lost in the action in the background. I think the very nature of using books for art is so inspiring, because you really have so much to kind of work with like words and pictures and poetry, so much. Here we go. And then I will just ink kind of darkly around the edge here to just make that stand up a bit. There we go. Yes, I like that. Okay, but I need to put it low enough so that I'll be able to stitch that sort of fishing line that I wanted to use, which will be another little experiment here. All right, so I think I'm happy with this journal card. Now, do I want to make it into a tag? Do I want to clip those corners maybe? Let's do that, because you know what, in this journal I have not made that many tags, and also part of my challenge to myself was that these would be tags for 100 days of collage. I don't have to rigidly stick to it, but this is only my second day of doing 100 days of collage. I can't break the rule already, right? Okay, need a little more glue there just to keep that all stuck down. There we go. Okay. All right, so let me head over to the sewing machine, do a few little things. I'm probably going to try to add this piece of leather and maybe some of this, and I'm going to make the little fishing line from the hand up here. So I will be right back. Okay, my stitching is done, and so I tried to do the fishing line just with thread, but it wasn't noticeable enough. So I went and grabbed myself a piece of wool yarn, and I stitched it here, and I just tied a little knot there. And I think that's a lot more effective and fun. I also stitched around here and around the edge, and I got that bit of leather on there. I'm thinking if I want to add anything, I don't think so. Maybe it's totally fine as is. And then I noticed though on the back, I'm not too happy with how that stitching looks. So I think I do want to go ahead and just, I cut this little bit of scrap from my scrap bin, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on the back because it's a lovely piece of paper and I might as well use it up. So it will cover up all that stitching there and give us a better writing surface. Just kind of center it there. Oh, you need to bring that over a little. Sometimes center is very far from what I imagine here. Let's put it here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what we want. All right, and then I'll just press that all down. And we still get a little bit of that nautical paper up top, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so this is day 1 of februllage, and our prompt was fish, and this is also one of my experiences for my 100 days of collage. This is day 2. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I am planning to do all sorts of fun things this year, and I would love to have you along with me. You can find more information about me down below in the description box. Have a great day, and bye for now.